Haha, I'm in. I didn't even know I'm in, but I am. I'm right here, and it's the B button. Woo, baby. Yeah, I'm your host, Baron Marf, and I'm joined as always with the man at arts, the one and only AngryLink. How you doing, buddy?
Trying to dodge artfully those comments.
Ha ha ha, dodgefully done.
Dodgily done, yeah.
Artfully dodged.
Yeah, not doing too bad.
Yeah, been gaming week.
It's been a pretty busy week.
So, I mean, the B button, it is our basic splurge on our gaming week, isn't it?
Yeah, just chat about what's coming up, what we're looking forward to potentially, if there's any maybe releases that we're looking to pick up, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we try and give ourselves some sort of targets.
Yeah, well, it's something that a bit of a consistent thing, isn't it?
Well, you know, as gamers, we're all a bit like, ooh, I'm going to play that. We're like magpies.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that my gaming taste, since I was sort of 12, 13, when I was probably spending pretty much the same amount of time on video games as I am now, admittedly, but I didn't have 200 plus games.
Mm.
I mean, admit I had an Amiga, so I had like 50 plus. So it was still somewhat of a dilemma going, what do I play? What actually loads? But, you know.
Yeah, I was chatting to my mates, and they're all sitting around that 200 number. 150, 200.
Well, it's probably more than that, but I've just lost count. What's the point?
Yeah.
It's 200 plus.
Well, it's in, you know, at least on the Xbox account,
yeah.
I should say. But yeah, I mean, it's huge amounts. So we put a stake in the ground. We say, look, you know, next week we are going to play Oomph.
Or achieve this.
And usually they're individual. We say, you know, Link, what's your stake in the ground? Marf's stake in the ground is this week. Last week, well, your stake in the ground was to play some GTA Gunrunner, GTA 5 action with
Get Up and Gun Running, basically.
Me.
Yeah.
And all in all, that's a bit of a stupid question because I was there. I was playing it with you.
So you don't need to ask me, but yeah.
I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to do it.
So I could say sort of, because I wouldn't say that I'm complete until I have my mobile operations centre.
You don't have your mock yet.
Yeah. So I'm halfway there. I've got the bunker. I'm not halfway there because I've got like 400 grand or something stupid. And I need 2.5. Well,
there's chump change, boy.
I need 1.2 odd and chump change, which is what, 11 quid for the not the bunker, for the command centre, for just the trailer and the cab.
I just love the way we just equate it to cash now.
Yes,
it's not about hours of gameplay.
Well, this is the thing about it, isn't it?
It's just become buying it now, hasn't it?
It's become an equation over time versus money.
Yep.
Like, if it's going to take me, say, 28 hours or 30 hours to buy that, to get that and earn the money in there, then I may as well just, you know, spend a few hours at work and earn the money and go, bam, I can buy it, now I can have some fun with it. I've got 25 hours of fun with it. So it's very much, whilst GT is a great fun game, it's become somewhat of a, like with Destiny did, and you've kind of ruined those 30 seconds of fun.
Yeah, I mean, and also the Gunrunner update is massive, isn't it?
It's fucking huge. It's monumental in task.
I mean, just some very
wallet.
Yeah, and some very sort of like headline figures, or at least strap lines of what they've updated. You know, so there's vehicles, of course. I mean, they've just dropped another one, haven't they?
Just the one. Oh yeah. Again,
Wagner,
since the gun running,
the Debauchee Wagner. Yeah.
Well, because you know, sports cars have kind of been left by the wayside recently.
Well, not with a 1.5 million base model drop.
Well, you know, it's fairly cheap then in comparison.
It's crazy, man.
It is fucking crazy money. Yeah, that equates to probably about 14 quid, 15 quid.
Yep. So, and that's without all the accoutrement.
Yeah. So that's, before you've upgraded it. But to be fair, that's only going to probably be about, what, 250,000, 300,000?
Don't know, once you start doing all the spoilers and all the other odds and sods.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking with all the turbos. Because does it go up past the 50 grand for a turbo? Like,
no, it's normal 50 grand.
Yeah, so it's about 250, 300 grand to do it all in all. Depending on how many other little accoutrements with, like, say, fenders and little stickery bits you can put on.
Trim.
Yes. So yeah, no, it's getting ridiculous with that.
I mean, but you know, there's also been some. Obviously, the main chunk of it is the weapon vehicles. You know.
Well, just the weapons are inside because you know, being gun running, it's the fore and front of the main
So
thing.
you've got the mobile operations center, which is you can also set up with like cannons at the back and the front of the trailer.
Yeah.
So the lorry itself, I mean, spoiler alert, folks. Obviously, we're just sort of listing through it a little bit, but you've got the lorry itself, which you can upgrade to something a little bit more Mad Maxy. You've got the trailer itself, which is once again independent.
You've got a series of 3 spaces, haven't you? 3 cab spaces. Obviously, you've got certain spaces take up. What was that? You had the weapons and armory one, didn't you? Which was a single one.
Yeah, you've got a sort of chill out area.
Yeah. So I suppose you could I don't know if you could actually then spawn into it.
Maybe you
straight
can.
away.
Or you can go weapons and vehicles.
Which takes up the double.
Double at the back, yeah. So then you've got
your cannons one as well, wasn't it? Which is the mobile, which is what you need to start all the missions up.
Yeah, so I've got the operations centre part of it, which is where you fire all the cannons and load up all the missions, and then you've got the guns and vehicle bit where you can upgrade both weapons. This is the crazy bit, we've not had this before, at least not to this extent. And also your vehicles. So when we say weapons, custom ammo. So
there's a lot of options.
Incendiary rounds, bullet piercing rounds. There's hollow tips.
Tracers.
There's armor piercing. There's tracers.
Armor praising. Very good. Well done, you.
That's some smashing armor you've got there. So
new scopes as well. Thermal scopes, infrared scopes,
night vision scopes. Heavy barrels for more damage. So
there's a lot of options. A lot of time to be spent.
Custom paint jobs with custom liveries on there as well, liveries, call them what you will, which you can then also choose the colours of as well on top of that.
Nice.
All the vehicles, so you get your standard vehicle, weaponised vehicle, so it's got...
You've got a TAMP, haven't you? A weaponised TAMP.
And it's got on it at the back of it, it's got some big beefy machine gun. But then you can start upgrading it. Do you want to put missiles on there? Do you want to put missiles on the front of the vehicle? You've got the buggy, which I've updated now, so it has proximity mines.
Nice.
Which, by the way, you can use in passive mode at the moment. And also one thing I would say is the way I tested them. So when you add it to your buggy and you hit the Dune FAV, I should say, hit the right analog, it drops it. Yeah. And I was like, cool. When does it arm? Immediately is the answer. Yeah. So don't drop them unless you're traveling. No, unless you're traveling at speed. Because if you're just like, I'm going to press it and drive away. No, you're going to press it and fly away. I saw the
your corpse will fly away.
I saw the back end of my Dune FAV just go.
So luckily his teeth are still intact. We can now identify him that way.
Yeah, exactly that. It was a bit like that. But I mean, this is there's lots. I mean, there's clothing updates. What 750 items available now. It's fat.
Tattoos, some more hairstyles. It's a really, really, really big update.
Yeah.
I mean, the vehicles. Obviously, I've got them written down.
So you've got you've got the mobile operations center. You've got the bike, which is basically a flying
bike. Well, it's a bike with wings and a rocket.
It's a glider. Yeah. It's a rocket glider.
You've got the APC.
Yeah, which looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
And I think
amphibious.
Amphibious.
It is amphibious.
Half
track,
which has a turning circle of like, I don't know,
a tank.
It's more like a tanker.
Yeah. But it's a beast, but it shifts. It does get up and over things.
What I would say is it doesn't stop.
No.
So when you're going through like a barrage of vehicles, you are going through them.
It. Yeah. We've got the weaponised TAMP, obviously, which we've mentioned.
Yeah.
And we've also got the anti-aircraft trailer.
Yeah. So 3 variations: standard machine gun, beefed up like a larger mill. I don't remember what mill it is.
Larger caliber.
And then also guided rockets as well.
Nice.
An interesting little mission that we did where you had to like cane it around. And the vehicle that it came with, was it Stalker? I think
I can't remember what it was. It was a fucking monster.
So
it's basically probably in a future release that will be like 4 million or something stupid.
I don't give a shit. That thing was like, it was small, it was solid, and it was fast, man.
It just, again, like the aforementioned fucking tank half track, it just kept going.
Yeah.
It's like, where do you need to go? Right there. Okay, I'm going.
So you're going to need cash for this update.
Oh god. In-game GTA money, To buy everything, obviously, there's a new series of missions as well to go, like they did with the vehicle export.
Yeah, complete them and get a discount on buying them at vehicles. Trade value.
Yeah. So with discounts included, just to buy the vehicles and the bunker stuff.
Yeah.
It's 17 million in game.
17 million, right? And at 8 million costing you 65 quid.
Yeah.
So you're looking at like
130, 140 quid.
But
without upgrades.
That's crazy.
And that's before buying all of the weapon upgrades as well. That's just for the vehicles.
And then you've got other things where you so you
APC
unlock all the accoutrement for your vehicles by doing research in your bunker, which
again you can pay for and speed up,
which you can expedite at 225 grand per shot, or it reduces the more it's done. But fat.
They know how to make me spend my money.
Yeah,
because I will admit that obviously we set our stake in the ground last week. I went home that evening and thought, I've got 400 grand. It's going to take me. Well, if you can get it on a good run, because you obviously it's the vehicle export. That's the way to make fat cash in that. It's you're roughly banking out 225 an hour.
Yeah,
with just the vehicle exports.
Yeah, baby.
On your own, but then if you're starting to combine it, because you've got your cooldowns, you combine it with like Headhunter or something like that, which is a piece of piss. You get in a fucking savage and you just literally lay waste.
Savage them.
Yeah, you turn their area to glass.
Yeah.
Even if it's that stupid one where they've got their inside a multi-storey car park.
Yeah, good for
you. Just like hover down. That's right. Rockets can get in there. Bosh, and literally you just watch this whole thing explode. It's fucking unbelievable. I love that savage. That's the best 2 million I've ever spent on that game, including the Hydra.
Wow.
Because it's got multiple rockets that you could just fire infinitely, and cannons that explode.
Shit hot.
But yeah, there's a lot of grinding ahead. So I didn't sort of spend too long in it before it, because you get GTA fatigue very easily now. I find it's the longer it's gone on and the less compelling it is to play it more than it used to be.
It's all driven now by either going on to see new stuff and acquire it, or to play as a group with people, and the group thing has waned massively, I think.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of not bored of GTA, but bored of the Rockstar attitude to it. Because I mean, I love the game, I'm enjoying it again, but it's still too much for everything. They really need to sort of better discount system out as opposed to the trade price shit. Like some progression based thing, like for example with the import export. The more you do it and you can level it up and get more RP for it or job points or whatever, it can actually have a fucking reason to use job points again. You can get better discounts on stuff, or maybe like an auto generating some auto money, so you can leave it, and if you don't, it builds up to a certain level, and then
so
you
when
come
you come back, you can
you've got 200 grand there waiting for you, kind of thing, after a week.
Yeah, put a cap on it. So like, I get they're going to want people to spend money when stuff comes out, but
again,
have something.
Yeah.
Like a couple of mil or something like that.
Like, for example, every level you go up, you can store another 2 grand.
Well, put it this way, if you had a couple of mil when you return to the game to be able to buy a bunker, wouldn't that be a nicer start into this whole sort of gun running? Because there is a lot there to buy. 2 mil out of like 17 is jack. So
exactly. I think it's one of those that they need to sort it out. I think there's some things that need to be tweaked, because it's one of those, because they're making a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah,
they're not going to want to make less money than that, because they can't, because of shareholders.
Yeah.
Fuck the customers. But it's not the only thing I've been playing this week.
Okay.
I've been playing some Rock Band 4 again.
Yeah.
I found the missions finally. I kept noticing it on the little bars and telling me about them. I didn't know where they were. Found them, started chewing through them. Sort of got to play some songs I wouldn't normally play. Really enjoying it again. And then I got to the point where I couldn't do any more missions. Not because they'd ended, because it was all hidden behind the paywall.
Which paywall is this?
It's the Rivals DLC.
What is the Rivals DLC? Because I heard, is it the ability to play online with people?
Yes, online multiplayer. That's obviously locked behind the paywall.
Well, as in like co-op, if you just want to jam together.
Yeah, that's it.
So if I want to play Rock Band with you
online
over the internet, I have to have Rivals.
Yeah.
It's in a sale at the moment.
It is, which is why I bought it.
How much?
I think it was like 13 quid. So it's best, yeah, it's good 30-40% off.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a bit more rock band. There's like 20 tunes in there that some of them I'll probably never play, or all of them I'll probably never play unless I have to.
Right.
Oh no, there is a mission that you've got to play them all, so I will play them.
Right.
But yeah, so obviously I've unlocked all of the new missions and I can at least get to them now. Started up the rockumentary, which is obviously also the other part of the Rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's better than the normal career mode, sort of the presentation of it. There's a really good wager system where you can get more fans or fame. Like, you bet on how many stars you think you're going to get.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So that's cool. That's a really cool system. Because
Yeah, I
the
like
amount of
that.
times that I'm like, no! You get to the end and you're like, you can see that it's just getting up to that, like, 5th star. Or on some of them I was like, yeah, I can totally fucking gold star these. After a few goes, I could.
Yeah, see.
It's because I've now discovered it's just like there's always a red hair or there's always a potential that's going to fuck it up.
Mhm.
Put that one first.
Yeah.
Because you'll be really pissed off if you get all the way through the show. And
Yeah,
it's the last
yeah.
one. It's like, oh, you can't get your wager now. He's like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I'm starting you again. But no, and the rival system as well. Because obviously you can do the online multiplayer, but they've got the system with obviously it's Rivals. You create a crew, or you can join a crew,
Mhm.
and you can all consolidate your efforts. So it's not, you don't all have to be there at the same time. Say you've got a singer that's in Australia and it's on completely different time zones.
Mhm.
Well, they can still do their singing parts. And obviously you've got challenges throughout the month or the seasons, blah blah blah. I mean, there's quite a deep, fairly intricate system in there with promotions and all of this
Nice.
stuff. So, I mean, if you enjoy
What about
rock
for
bands,
those who are like still quite novice at it? Because that's what I am. I'm not like you're way.
well, I think it is all based around on your levels. So whilst obviously you won't get into the higher tiers because obviously you're on a lower level.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you're anything sort of, I'd imagine it doesn't have to be on expert. Because every time I've played it, it's given me the option to play it on hard.
Damn. One way to find out, I guess. I guess there's only one way to go with it.
But yeah, no, good laugh. I finally did Danger Zone. I remember those little bits. I'll save the overdrive. I got through it. Completely
Nice.
fucked those bits, but you know.
Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
through
it. I got it. I got my score.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest Heroes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
back on it.
well, I didn't actually ever play it.
Well, you had a little dabble of it, I'm sure.
No, that was Builders, Dragon Quest
Oh,
Builders.
yes, it was.
This is the like Hyrule Warriors. This is the Dragon Quest version of that.
Oh, dear.
But it's not here's a big field and run to that point and run back and run to this point and all of that shit with the missions. It's very more here's a small little thing. You've either got to defend or go and attack and kill a certain group of enemies, and it's all in small little sections.
Right.
But there's this sort of light RPG elements to it, so you can get new weapons, new armour and all that kind of shit. You can craft stuff, and there's more to it than your standard
Cool.
Dynasty Warriors. But yeah, obviously I picked this up a few weeks ago in one of the sales, completely forgot about it, found it in my download list, downloaded it, didn't play it for a few weeks, and then cracked it on. I mean, it's not, I haven't gone through it too much. I think I played a few hours, got a few trophies, but I think this will be a really easy platinum. It's just a case of time and putting the time in. So I think that will be a future platinum challenge for me, I think.
Cool.
But yeah, no, it's good fun. It's a fairly easy. You've got good little thing. You can do a simple control scheme, or you can do a more complex, so everything's more manual, and you have to do everything yourself.
And you're playing.
Simple. It's one of those. Just like I can't. It's too complex. Fuck it, I can't.
Yeah,
be
that's
bothered.
great.
Yeah, just play it simply. And speaking of too complex, Sword Art Online Hollow Realization. Not really spent too much time with this week.
So this is what new game?
No,
Sword Art,
this is
or still the one that you've been trudging your way through.
Yeah, because like I say, I've come to the realization, the hollow realization, that I'm going to save completing it until I've got all of the other trophies. Because there's loads, and it's just a massive grind, and some of them will be easy, some of them it's just time
Isn't
and
that
grinding.
100?
Oh yeah, no, I'll have fucking smashed that well before I've got all of the other trophies.
You were at 70 or 80 before.
I'm about 85 hours at the moment, 84 hours.
Damn, man.
So there's still a fair few hours, but there's still a fair few fucking bits. I mean, all I've been doing this week is working on like the affinities with some of the characters to get the trophies.
Okay.
But it's the dullest grind. You've just basically got to go and talk to them and just agree with everything they fucking say.
That's right, I agree with you. You're
And
fantastic.
literally, I'm there on my phone
that's
playing
right, yes.
the last of my games, Rogue Life. Just there on my phone actually playing a game, and that I'm just there just spamming circles.
Yeah, I love you.
I agree.
You-
It's just like,
Yeah,
you're supposed to shake your head on that one. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, whatever. Just keep nodding. And then it runs out and you go and get a different character and do the same thing again. So it's one of those just like, I'm going to play some roguelike, I'll load up Sword Art Online and get some affinities up.
Oh man, that's a dirty grind.
It is a dirty grind, but I want those fucking trophies. I want that platinum. I'm going to be determined, like, hard.
I press that circle button a lot.
Yeah, I will.
How's roguelife?
Grind, play a little more and grind.
You've been just grind. You are almost... like downloading the Grinder app now. This is like full on searching for fellow grinders.
Well, I've definitely hit the paywall.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I will continue to casually lean up against it, laughing at the hordes that struggle to scale it. I mean, I do my little 80p a week fucking...
flick a coin at it.
Yeah, kind of thing. Throw some chump changes like, I won't buy that can of Coke this week. That kind of moment. And it gets me some extra shit and a little nudge.
Well, that's so a little tickle, but nothing too heavy.
No, that's it. And I quite happy to spend it. And when I stop playing it, I won't be buying it anymore.
And you would have spent a reasonable amount on it.
Yeah, but again, for the enjoyment and the value I've got from it, it's been alright. I think it's worth every penny. I don't think I do like Google reward stuff, so I get like little bits of money. They throw little coins at me and stuff for going, say, did you go here? And I just agree to everything or disagree to everything or just make up bullshit.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I did all of that.
Yeah.
I had a great time. And yes, thank you so much. I love you guys.
I remember it asked me what my career was, and it was all of them.
Yes.
I can't even remember what careers there were.
That's right.
But yeah, that's pretty much been the gaming for me. I mean, how about yourself? What did your stake in the ground go like?
So my stake.
Well, no, we was the same stake in the ground. What am I even asking for?
Well, it's it's funny enough. Actually, stake in the ground did actually have a massive impact on what I was doing. There was a lot of other gaming that I should have got done, but funny enough, I did get into obviously Diablo. Rise of the Necromancer, new DLC just come out.
Well, I was going to say it dropped last week, didn't it?
Oh god, I love Diablo. So I've just put fucking crazy hours into this game, and but although not like the super hardcore who are out there who do like 500 hours plus, I mean like I've put in probably 100.
Well, have you played any other games this week? Basically, is a case of determines how many hours you've put into it.
The
really,
thing is, it's like for me, Diablo is one of these things that Blizzard just get it right. Right, and then you want to play the shit out of it, but you can't because they only give you a certain amount of gameplay, and you're like, okay, and they keep doing little updates, but really what you want them to do is like give you like 20 characters that you could just keep leveling up and all these great but so for them to drop a new character, everyone's like, right, let's fucking get on with it. And Necromancer's back from the first game, so it's like a bit of a it's the Necromancer again, sort of
well, everyone's raved that they need to just remake Diablo 2, don't they?
Yeah. Very, very cool weapon sets on this guy, man. Just lots of like draining people's life, and it's got this. So each character has their own quirky way of using superpowers. In this one, for the Necromancer, you've got to kill somebody, and then using corpses, you either reanimate them or you like pull the bones off them to make some body armor around you, or you like target someone and they fire like spears into them, and it absolutely fucks people. He's really OP or something. I don't know what's going on, but like you drop like the first.
Enjoy it before it's nerfed.
Well, yeah. I mean, I dropped the first character in like a group of like 20 people, and then you're just like off the back of that animation of that corpse, you just destroy everything. It's like it's amazing. But yeah, absolutely loving it.
So how many hours do you reckon you sunk into it this week?
So I've probably put in the better part of 20 hours, I'd say. It's been a fair grind. It's not huge, but a fair grind. So
what level are you up to with it?
Currently just broken 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So I'm but just pacing myself like...
You don't want to burn out onto it and don't want to rip through it too fast, do you?
I'm one of these people who, when I play it, I have to do the whole... So I get to a map area and you've got the sort of the fog of war sort of thing, and I have to unlock the whole map, even though there's not a lot of shit on there for me to collect.
Well, you've been through it enough that you know what's there and what's not.
Yeah, I mean the random drops. So there's never anything substantial. You just need to get to the next place and buy a more powerful weapon.
Yeah.
So
or transmogrify the one that you. Yeah, to look something like that, you want it.
Exactly. So it's that thing about just like, I don't need to do this, but the obsessive compulsive part of me is like, I just need to see what that. I can't leave this map without that little bit being unlocked.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, amazing stuff. Thoroughly would recommend it. It's reasonably priced. You can actually get the game with the DLC quite.
Again, that's in the sale. Is it still in the sale?
$38.99.
Yeah, for all the Reaper pack and
everything,
new pack.
Stock, lot. Very well worthwhile.
What else
purchase.
this week then?
So I managed to get a bit. This is amazing. I managed to play a bit of full-player Mario Kart on a 65-inch sort of HD
4K monster.
Yeah, but not that it makes a great deal of difference on the Switch,
no.
but wow, really good fun.
How did it stand up, frame rate wise, and?
So I think when you get to, I don't know the actual truth, but it appeared to me that when it got to like 4 players, it dropped 30 frames a second.
But I think that's a fair trade-off. A solid 30 is better than a ropey 60.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is you can do 4-player Grand Prix now.
Nice.
So that was awesome, just like actually doing 4 races with 12 cars.
I'll take 30 frames a second for that.
I'm happy with that, yeah. So just really solid, nice little experience. The only thing I will say, when I say really solid, this is the thing. So really solid from a point of view that Mario Kart always looks amazing, but I experienced 2 glitches that I've never had on a Mario Kart game before.
Yeah.
I fell through the track.
Wow.
And I landed on another bit of track, which I was then able to drive out of, but I just went through the track. And then also Panasonic, he had a situation where he was trying to drive and the camera flipped and he was facing the camera and he could only drive in the direction towards the camera, so he had no idea where he was going. And that was going on for ages. And he was like, is anybody else seeing this? And we're like, no. But yeah, so I've never seen that Mario Kart before. That was a bit weird.
That is great, random.
Also, whilst we were sort of breaking out the Switch, we kind of went through a bit of a collection of the games. Did a bit of Street Fighter with Jedi. Got my ass whooped by the Jedi. As always, the Street Fighter game.
Even with the little Joy-Con.
I gave him the shittest control. I might have scraped a little victory at the end, but generally got my ass kicked.
Yeah.
But also hit Thumper, that sort of rhythm-based...
real random fucking looking trippy mad balls.
Almost sort of insinuates a bit of a rhythm-based horror game, but not, music's quite looming and... I mean, just got Panasonic and Jedi on that, and they loved it. They ate it up. It was quite a... It's getting really well received by anybody who plays it at the moment.
Yeah. Well, it has got a lot of good reviews, a lot of positive stuff from Steam. So, it's good on them.
And it's challenging as well. You get to like the second level when you start getting some of those like...
We start adding in the extra bits and the extra levels to the gameplay, and you're like, fuck, I was just keeping up with that.
And the music's quite daunting. If you get stuck on a bit and it's still like dum 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 dum, you're like, oh come on, you fucker!
Yeah. You're just like, this is definitely the precursor to me fucking up and it going.
Pretty
the
much.
Music was apt.
Yeah, that's how it goes down. So let's talk about stakes in the ground for next week.
Yeah, because have you been on your mobile crack this week? I've got to ask.
What, you want to go back to one of my previous stakes where I was talking about?
Well, no, have you, it'll be the first week in
many
weeks, really.
Not sure if it's really appropriate to bring up right now on the podcast, but I'm still... My name's Baron Marf and I'm still playing Empires and Puzzles and Kingdom Fighters.
You are like a true addict in the fact that you are now addicting... You are now addicting other people. And you're dragging people down with you, aren't you?
Yeah, so chatting a little bit with Cryoman yesterday. He's now on it and he's like, that fucking game, do you know how many different collectible things there is every day, like events and bonuses and gold and shit? And I was like,
to keep you on it.
Yeah, there's loads of it. And he's like, yeah, damn it, I'm on that shit now. So yeah, it's horribly addicting. But that's not going to be my stake in the ground. My stake in the ground is Diablo.
Yeah.
So I'm at level 20. It's going to start getting a lot more difficult. I know you've got to get through at least 2 clear different world or level sections to hit the sort of numbers I'm talking about. I'm committed. I'm on the road to level 70 basically, or at least 70 where you unlock all the shit. I'm going to commit in at 45, level 45.
So you want to try and get halfway there from where you are now, because you've got 50 levels to go, haven't you? Until you hit the end game.
Yeah, well, at least until I've unlocked all the passive abilities and the...
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
good
that's
efforts
me.
then. So it could be a struggle maybe.
I've got to commit. I've got to put
Yeah.
my hours in. What about you? What are you going to do?
I'm going to finish the Rock Band 4 Rockumentary DLC.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the Rivals
Yeah,
DLC.
yeah. I want to get that finished off and then sort of try and get through as many of the applicable missions. When I say applicable missions, it's like stuff like I can do the bass and the guitar parts.
Yeah.
I could do the singing, but I won't.
Drums.
I ain't got the legacy adapter.
Fair enough.
So, unless Argos are selling the dirt cheap pair,
Yeah.
which they have been, it will actually be cheaper for me to buy a new set of drums than they would to buy the legacy adapter, because you can find it's like 50 quid online, because obviously PDP, within a month it was no longer being made. So I've got a set of drums, but there's no chance I'm going to get to use them. So yeah, all applicable missions or as many as I can.
So Rock Band 4 Rockumentary missions, sitting over here, Diablo level 45. That's a commit, that's a stake in the ground, folks. That's what we're saying we're going to do. Well, there we are, folks. There's another B button wrapped for another week. All the shits and giggles fun games as per the norm. Not a bad little sash link. So, you know what to do, folks. You like us, you love us, you know what to listen to. Show some love down below at the subscribe, check out the other podcasts. Until next week, we're going to have to say from AngryLink it's
Adios.
and from me, well, I guess I'm out, so I'm out. Peace.